In Cairo, Georgia, in the year 1919, Jackie Roosevelt Robinson was born into a single-mother family of sharecroppers. It was hard to keep his confidence being the only black family on his block, but he was still able to persist and become the first African American to play in the MLB. Jackie attended UCLA and became the first athlete to win 4 varsity letters. At UCLA, Robinson meets his future wife, Rachel Isum. Robinson's college education was cut short because of his family's financial disabilities. After being forced to stop attending college, Jackie decided to enlist in the Army. After 2 years, Robinson was appointed lieutenant of the Negro Military Squad. One day, on a military bus, Jackie Robinson refused to get up from his seat, similar to Rosa Parks, who was sent to prison for doing so. Jackie was honorably kicked out of the Army for standing up to racial discrimination. After leaving the Army, Robinson played 1 season in the Negro Baseball League in 1945 before signing with the Montreal Monarchs, a farm team for the Brooklyn Dodgers. On February 10, 1946, Jackie marries Rachel Isum, the girl he met at UCLA. In 1947, president of the Brooklyn Dodgers, Branch Rickey, signed Jackie Robinson to a $500 a month contract for the season. 4 days later at Ebbets Field, Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in his career debut against the Boston Braves on opening day. Jackie Robinson batted second in the order, playing first base. In his second at-bat that game, Jackie reached first base safely and eventually became the go-ahead run for the Dodgers to take the lead in their opening day game. Although people tried leaving the team because of Jackie, others became his closest friends. By the end of his rookie season, Jackie became the National League MVP with a .279 batting average and led the league with 29 stolen bases. After his career in baseball, Robinson became the chairman of the Nation Association for the Advancement of Colored People's Fight for Freedom campaign. Jackie traveled around America giving speeches to fight for civil rights. Eventually, he was elected to the NAACP Board of Directors in 1958. Now having this role, Jackie openly criticized the effect of the NAACP on the South. In his fight, Robinson sent many letters to Eisenhower, Nixon, and Kennedy. In one of his letters to John F. Kennedy, he stated that he would be an outstanding president as long as he put civil rights high on his agenda. In 1963, Jackie Robinson marched on Martin Luther King Jr.'s side during the March on Washington. On July 23, 1962, Jackie became the first African American to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Currently in Major League Baseball, every year on April 15th, every player wears the number 42 in honor of Jackie Robinson Day. Every team also retired Jackie Robinson's number 42 and hangs it on the top of their stadium, and some also build statues in front of their stadiums to pay additional respect to him. On October 24, 1972, Jackie Robinson passed away with a heart attack. Jackie Robinson's heroics will always be remembered not only in civil rights history, but in American history too.
If Jackie Robinson wasn't in the Hall of Fame, then there shouldn't have been a Hall of Fame, because he was, a dynamic player on a great team and played in an era where, forgetting about the fact that he went through so much. If you just look at what he did on the field, he was an all-time great player. So again, it sounds like a cliche, and it was very different at that time, but it doesn't matter if he's black, white, green, whatever it was. A player like that deserved to go in the Hall of Fame, and there are probably a lot of other ones that he played with that should be there as well. And we're never going to be able to honor them as well as we should.
You, Duffy Daugherty, the legendary coach, lived from September 8th, 1915 to September 25th, 1987. Known for his coaching ability, winning 2 national championships in his time at Michigan State from 1954 to 1972, he was also a vital piece of the puzzle for the integration of college football. Duffy Daugherty recruited African American stars to play for him at Michigan State, such as 2-time All-Americans Bubba Smith and George Webster. In a time where many black athletes were not given a chance, Duffy Daugherty led African Americans to equality. Duffy's diverse team was a chance for African American athletes to prove themselves worthy and capable of competing in Division I athletics. For Duffy, winning wasn't the only thing on his mind. Bringing equality to the country was one of his main goals. Duffy Daugherty's motive behind his recruiting of many African American athletes was to destroy segregation within college football. Duffy Daugherty influenced many coaches after him to bring in elite African Americans into their teams and give them an opportunity to succeed no matter their skill or race.
Well, I mean, it was obviously just a hideously bad time, and when you think about what it's like today, how it's you can't imagine something like that ever happening. But it's just so incredibly disappointing to know that there were so many amazing athletes, not just in baseball, but basketball, football, whatever, that never got the opportunity. You always think, well, at least if I gave it my best shot and it didn't work out, you can live with that. But not being able to get the chance, I'm sure there are a lot of people probably to this day that are still bitter that they never got the chance to fulfill their dream, and it's just really, really sad.
The greatest was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky. The 6'3" Muhammad Ali lived from January 17, 1942 to June 3, 2016. Ali is most known for his boxing career, where he had a 56-5 record. However, many people don't know about the difference he made in the Civil Rights era. Originally, his name was Cassius Clay Jr., but he changed his name to Muhammad Ali, along with his religion to Islam, 2 years before the Vietnam draft. When the draft came around, Ali refused to fight in the war, since his religion was against war. The country saw him as a wimp, and he lost popularity. He also lost his heavyweight title and his boxing license. He was banned from boxing for 43 months, and during those months, he spoke out. He told people across the country at college campuses about his side of the story, how he was discriminated against because of his religion. Ali explained how no matter what color you were still human. It didn't matter if you were white, black, Hispanic, Jewish, poor, or rich. Everyone deserves equality. People saw this new Ali and followed him, trusted him, and agreed with him. Ali was the upstander when no one else would even think of making a difference. Thousands of people were affected by the unfair laws directed towards African Americans because they were supposedly different. He changed thousands of African American lives and may have single-handedly changed the outcome of the Civil Rights era.